Hello, so today for my differentiated play activity, I'm using the manipulative Q-tips because I had a lot of them laying around my house and I figured they're pretty easy to get a hold of. So first, for constructive play, I drew out some outlines of Q-tips and like snowflake patterns, and I made 4 of them. And the directions say, trace the snowflake pattern using the Q-tips. Here's the directions. So the idea for this is just to put the Q-tips on top, and it kind of works with their fine motor skills because it takes a little balance. And the WeMel standard that I used for this is BEL2, and it exhibits eye-hand coordination, strength control, and object manipulation. And then for this activity, I put that it would be for solitary and parallel play, because you can do it by yourself and next to each other, but it's not really something that can be done in groups. Next, we have dramatic play. So for this, I came up with kind of like a doctor's office idea, and for this, the directions just say, trace your hand with a pencil and use Q-tips to show the bones in your hand. So here's the directions. And then I just traced my hand with a pencil and then glued some Q-tips to make like the bones in my fingers and then my wrist, and I did 2 of them. And for this, the standard is BEL1, engages in imaginative play with inventive thinking through interactions with people, material, and the environment. Yeah. And for this one, I put that it would be solitary, parallel, and group, because this could be done in all 3 ways. And then next, we have functional play, which is right here. And for this one's probably my favorite. So the directions say, stack 6 cups into a pyramid, and then I drew a picture of what that should look like. And I said, put a Q-tip in the end of a straw, and then blow into the other end of the straw to knock the cups down. So for this, it's kind of like a darts game. So I don't know if my aim will be good, but you just put the Q-tip in the end of the straw and then try to knock the cups down. It does work, I've tried it before. And then for this, the standard is BEL1A, moves with strength control, balance, coordination, locomotion, and endurance. And then for this one, I also did that it would be for solitary, parallel, and group, because you can take turns with a group or you can do it by yourself. Next, we have games with rules, which is over here. So I just have 3 bowls, and I put like 10, 20, and 30 in here, and if I was doing this in a classroom, I would probably use bigger buckets to make it easier. But for this, the directions say, throw the Q-tips into the buckets and then count up all the points at the end. And this is like a teams thing, so it wouldn't be for solitary play. And there would be 2 rows, and each team would have this, and then you would take turns throwing 3 Q-tips in and then count the points up at the end, and whichever team has the most points wins. And then the standard for this is BEL1B, moves with strength, control, balance, coordination, locomotion, and endurance as well. And this one would be parallel and group play. You can't really do it by yourself because it's teams. And then last, we have concept development, which is right here. And for this, the directions say, dip a Q-tip in the paint and then trace the words with dots of paint. So for this one, I just wrote out some like sight words, and then you take some paint and a Q-tip and dip the Q-tip in, and then just make little dots over the words, and it's good practice for sight words and like fine motor skills. And the standard for this is CEL4, uses writing to represent thoughts or ideas. And this, I put that it could be solitary and parallel play. It can't really be done in groups, but you can do it next to someone or by yourself. And yes, that's it.